Small interruption there, while OBS decided to have a fit at me. Still, we're about 3 hours, 20 minutes to go. Yeah, we'll call it 3 hours 20.
Huh?
We'll call it 3 hours 20, because I think that was roughly where we were when it cut off.
The next 5 minutes will be 3 hours.
Is it?
Yep.
Alright then. Well, hang on. Let me see how long the initial video was, because I can check that. It's 20 hours, 43 minutes.
Huh?
It was 20 hours and 43 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it was 3 1/4. 3 hours 15.
Well, in 5 more minutes it's going to be...
I think mine was, I started mine at a different time to yours, but I don't know.
No,
well,
no, no,
I don't know.
I was doing it on like on like, say if it was like 10 o'clock. But last time, where it was now, it was 9 minutes to, and you said in 4 more minutes it will be like 3 or 4 hours. It will be 4 hours.
Hang on. So I posted my 4-hour mark 55 minutes ago.
Yeah. So
yes.
5:02 is when it would be.
All right. So.
So in 5 more minutes it's going to be 3 hours.
Right. Yes. Maths. Okay.
I'm good for some things.
Okay. So I'm going to watch this new live counter, and when that reaches 3 hours, that'll be time. Because we're about 3 minutes on that now. So roughly
when
then.
It's 3:05. 3 hours,
yes,
5 minutes.
Right.
That will be 24 hours.
Cool beans.
So we're doing 24 hours, no less.
Probably slightly more considering my weird interruption, I guess. But who cares? 2 minutes here or there.
Well, if we do it as 3 hours and 5 minutes, then we've done 24.
Yep. We'll have done 24 minimum. Yes. Absolutely more. Right. I'm just pretty miffed that my computer managed to get it to go all the way up to 20 hours and 40 odd minutes before OBS decided to go. But at the same time, I'm impressed that it made it that far without going completely tits up. So, yes, let's plow on. Home stretch. So I'll do another maybe 10 minutes of this, because I think I can only take it so far before it becomes a bit samey and dull.
Welcome to our store.
And then I'll dig something else out. Keep it fresh for the last couple of hours.
I don't know if I can do that. For me, I mean.
You do you. I'll do me. I'm trying to keep myself energized and chirpy, so I'm just really buoyed by the breaking past the target. That's really cheered me right up. That's made it feel all the more worth it. I was a little despondent when it was very slow working up to it, but finally making it has made this worthwhile. When I was considering a target to make, I wondered if it was too much or too little.
I was told to report here for warm-ups. Are you Thorn? Maybe I was too suffocating for her. Pardon? I mean, is 20 messenger dogs one too many? Maybe it was the Monticle trophy I sent.
Oh, bless you.
I'm
She's
sorry.
romantic.
But are you the one in charge here? Huh? Oh, yeah. You're another tournament baby, aren't you? Give me a second to strap up my boots and we'll head to the arena and see what you're worth. Sure.
Aww. Panic attacks use alcohol. Ha! Stomp.
6 viewers apparently. Hey guys, what's up? Send me a hello if you're watching. Be nice to see you I'm talking to. Okay, someone left. 5 viewers.
Oh. I was pushing the wrong button. I just found a gold coin in my pants pocket. I thought I checked there the last time I did laundry.
Not many do. Most people are all about the coin, not about the hunt.
Well, thank you for the instruction today. I'll put it to good use.
Let's talk.
So you're here to apply for the line order cook possession? Can you handle all the orders?
My family owns a restaurant back home, so I've got some experience. I've never worked anywhere else, though.
We'll get you into the swing of things here. Beat the tournament happening. I'm swamped with customers from out of town. I'm also a bit short-staffed, since 2 of my sous chefs are off trying to earn their wings for the game.
I'll do my best.
Here at the Crescent, we prioritize the customer's time and hunger. Not everyone has the time or coin for an exquisite meal cooked by a real battle chef. That's where you come in, recruit. Your goal as a line order cook is to fill customers' orders as quickly as possible. For each order, all that matters is that the requested taste gem pattern is somewhere in the dish. Our pans here don't even get hot enough to upgrade taste gems, so don't make any big plans for grandiose dishes. Here, try this on for size.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Right.
Hey Meg, good to know you're still here at least. That's what my dad's for. say Senran Kakarot on my stream yet, or does it say Resident Evil? I don't know if it's changed or not. So I'm worried that people are coming along because it still says Resident Evil and they're like, this isn't Resident Evil. This is something completely different.
Making a mess of this.
Sweet, then maybe people just aren't here for the story, they're just here for boobs.
Absolutely wonderful. This looks delicious.
Well done, recruit. You managed to exceed my expectations.
I do my best.
Well, I hope you'll return. The crystal could use a shade like you.
Right, I think it's time to call time on this game. Let's move on to something else. Whoops, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. Right. That is enough of that one for now. So add that to the done line. What else can I do now? Let's see. Let's do some... Choices. Too much on here. Let's play this weird little game. Little thing called Bonbon. You play from the perspective of a toddler. So everything in the game is viewed from a toddler's perspective. And it's a bit weird. That I've seen anyway. So, and don't worry, the screen looks dark, but it is loading. I can see the little loading ellipses down in the bottom corner. Well, it's supposed to be anyway. Let's try that again, shall we? Ah, there we are.
This game does have some bullshit moments.
Your weird booby game.
Hmm. Like, the enemy could just, like, stun lock you. Like, I had a full health and I went from full health to 0.
Oh, that's
I
annoying.
couldn't actually get out off the enemy. Like, it says in, like, the thing, like, oh, like, when you've been hit in the air by the enemy, press A to recover, and then B. You press A, and before you press B, the enemy's back on you. And then they knock you away, and then they chase you, and then hit you, and then stun lock you, and then kill you, and it's like, what am I supposed to fucking do? I'm stun locked. Doesn't matter if I've got 50 health bars. I'm
Crazy.
stun locked. What am I supposed to do?
Right, so the game is actually doing its thing. Just a moment, everybody. I have to just update my stream page. Just to make sure everybody is up to date with what I am streaming. Okay. Right. Play with Wobbly Dog. Rotate Wobbly Dog. Say hello Wobbly Dog. Where's the sound gone? There it is. Say hello, Wobbly Dog. That's really weird. Give Wobbly Dog a big push. Use the left thumbstick to toddle. Carrying toys is hard work for little hands. Remember, you can throw and push as well.
It's time to come inside now. Don't leave your balls outside, you'll lose them.
Okay. Say hello, Sandpit Tortoise. Weird. Play with Buzzy the Spade. Say hello, Buzzy the Spade. That's so weird. Drop Buzzy the Spade. That's not supposed to make a noise like that. Play with Bouncy Hopper. Rainbow Face. Why does it speak like that? That's not unsettling at all. It's a giant rat thing. It's obviously scary because when you go near it, that sort of ominous sound. That sort of strange, hang on, sort of a humming. Whoa, I fell over. Okay. I think I stared at the thing too long. Clearly upsets the toddler looking at it, so let's walk away. Come back. That speech is terrifying. There's one indoors. Two. That didn't work. Huh. Two more balls. So it was Mrs. Apple. What's that? Oh, I can't jump. I'm a toddler.
Fuck!
What? Sudden randomly loud expletive coming from Pete just now. Come back, Mrs. Apple. Stop moving. There we go, got ya. You were stuck for a second. One more ball. Where is it? What? Oh dear, it's the giant rat. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because it is a bit loud. Okay, now I see why this thing is tagged as horror. Because you're a toddler, and now metal broke and there's a giant rat.
Who?
A giant rat is there.
It's like a pig.
That's a rat.
Oh, okay.
It has my ball. What are you doing? I don't want to go near it. Where did my ball go?
Why is there a giant rat there?
This is supposed to be like things seen from a kid's perspective, but you know, like a toddler. You're a toddler, so everything's scary and stuff. But I don't know whether it's because I'm sort of imagining something, or whether it's actually like monsters. You had my pink ball, you dropped it, now where is it?
It's in its hand, isn't it?
No, it dropped it.
Oh.
Dropped it down the gate, and then it rolled off, and I don't know where it's gone.
Did your bouncy hopper just talk?
No, I said hello, bouncy hopper. For some reason, the toddler speaks really weird. It comes out like that weird fuzzy... Oh, there it is. It's an orange ball. Want to go inside now. Hey, I used to have that teapot when I was a kid.
Oh fuck, my mum had that. My mum had that.
This?
Yeah.
I had that exact one when I was a kid.
Well, because she was a childminder, so obviously. But yeah, she had that one.
I remember this cartoon when I was a kid.
Get it ready though. Finish playing with your toys and put them away. Honey boy!
Alright, what's going to be unsettling in here for me? Flutterhog. Pee-wee. Huh. monster blocks. Okay. It got stuck and flung itself. One more monster block. And that phone on the table, I used to have that as well.
Yep.
But at my nan's house.
I know so many people that have that phone.
Fisher Price. Hello, little big mouth. Right. For sale, ruby-eyed, Dumbo-eared, champagne Siamese fancy rat, 8 months old, good health.
That's an advert for Critters right there. Next to it.
Yeah, I know. The movie.
Yep.
My parents used to have it on VHS. But that rat is what I saw outside. But in
Rat.
giant form. I don't like this dark corner. Running away. So where's the other monster block then? There. Oh, it's the rat again. Bear with me, folks. Just a mo. Bear with me just a second. Anyway, yes. Sorry about that. Continuing. I don't like that giant rat. Right, it was tiny people I have to find. What? Where are the tiny people? I don't trust that thing. You're holding one. Why have you got it? if you dropped it right at your feet. I don't like that you have done that. These things get stuck. Ping. Come on, pick it up. There's one more. Where is it? Trying. I don't know where the last tiny person is. Is that last tiny person? Oh, you're holding it, aren't you? Did I just pass out from fear? Yes, I'm still going. I see you there. Cheese. It's Cheese, it's Sonia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm playing a slightly unsettling game about a toddler.
Now, a big birthday slice for you, and
It's definitely, it definitely twigs the anxiety. Well, it's not the creepy kids, it's the kid being creeped out. That's the thing. So you play the toddler and you're frightened by things like this giant rat that you imagine, and yeah, like that. Are you called Bon Bon? Okay.
Just say hello to the right again, I suppose. Or is Bomb on the telephone?
Maybe I have to try and give it some cake. Are you actually an imaginary friend?
Yeah.
Dribbly. Gross. Nice one there, Cheese. That was a good good shout. You know what you're talking about. Let's play with Mr. Chatterbox. kid is clearly really rattled by this thing. Okay, so I have to keep giving it cake or I get up, or... Because that's not incredibly unsettling at all, is it? I'm trying to tell it no more. I don't think I can get any more, I think I just have to keep giving it cake. Right. What? I can't give you a... I can't. It's being really slow. It's just... There we go. Like, it's the point, I think. No, I think the rat's getting more and more. Go away, Bon Bon. Yeah, I'd be upset by it as well.
Who
So-
made all this mess?
Angry and slobbery. Yeah, you're not wrong. Freaking terrifying is what it is. But that's the point. Ugh, it's just gonna get worse.
Once upon a time, there was an old miller who had two children who were twins. The boy twin was named Hans, and he was very greedy. The girl twin was named Hilda, and she was very lazy. Hans and Hilda had no mother, because she died whilst giving birth to their third sibling named Engel, who had been sent away to live with the gypsies. Hans and Hilda were never allowed out of the mill, even when the miller went to go to the market. One day, Hans was especially greedy, and Hilda was especially lazy.
So obviously this
Miller
kid's
wept with anger as he
dad
looked in the cellar
is
to
away,
Let us try to
and
escape
so
and live with the
his
gypsies,
voice is on a
said Hans.
cassette tape.
While they were looking for a way out, a big brown rat came out from behind the log pile. I will help you to escape and show you the way to the gypsies' camp, said the big brown rat, if you bring me all of your father's grain. So
Oh
Hans
no,
and
here it
Hilda
comes,
waited
right.
until their father
Oh, that's
recognized
Pee-wee.
And the next day, when the miller went to
Pee-wee the
market and
robot
left
in the
children
corner
left
with the
outside
red
mill,
lights.
they carried all the grain down to the cellar. The big brown rat gobbled up the grain until there was none left, and then went to sleep behind the log pile. When the miller came home and found out, he declared that he was ruined and that they were all starved to death.
Can I
He
move
locked the
now?
children in the cellar and wept with fear as
No.
he counted the food.
Yes, no. I can...
The big brown rat was waiting. I will only help the boy
I'm
child
moving
to
my
escape
head
and show
around,
him the way to
I
the
think.
gypsies' camp, said the big brown rat. Because the girl child must stay behind and be my wife. Come back once you've organised the wedding. Once I've escaped, I'll find our brother Engel and lead him back to rescue you, whispered Hans to Hilda. So Hans and Hilda waited until their father left the market. The next day, when the miller was out bartering for new grain, they made a trail of breadcrumbs all round the mill and into the cellar to show the wedding guests where to go. They took the most important pages out of the hymnal so that the priest would have the right words to say. Then they stole the miller's best Sunday jacket and took in the shoulders so that it would fit Hans, and he stole their mother's wedding dress and took up the hem so that it would fit Hilda. Then she put it on, and she looked lovely. But when the miller returned from market and saw them dressed up in wedding clothes, he wept with shame as he beat them and threw them both into the cellar once more.
Do I have to
The
sit
wedding
and listen
guests
to the
were
whole
already
thing?
assembled. There were mice and bowls and scopes in the congregation, the choirs and chorus who were already singing. The registrar was a big fat spider with spectacles on, and the priest was a long grey weasel who was busy rehearsing the right words from the hymn. Hans walked Hilda down the aisle, and the big brown rat was waiting. The weasel said, "Do you accept this offered cause? Escape our holy matrimony, holy girl child." Hilda looked at Hans, who nodded as if to remind her that he would rescue her.
I
"I
also
do,"
going to be
said
right back
Hilda. The
because
weasel said, "You
I'm
take
gonna
this
take
innocent young hand
quick
for your very own
5
angle
10-minute break
monstrous rat
because
baby."
I've been playing the last sort of
"Right,
like
do," said the big brown rat.
more or less 4 hours non-stop.
"Then I
So
pronounce
I'm
you
just
my
going to
wife,"
small break
squeaked the
and
weasel
then I'll
as
be
quick
back.
as he could, and in a flash all the wedding party scattered and Hans
Can
and
I
Hilda left
press
alone with the big brown
buttons?
rat.
10, 15,
"I don't
5,
understand,"
10
said
minutes.
Hans.
No,
Right.
yes, no.
The big brown rat pushed
But I'll be
Hans
back,
through a secret
so make
tunnel
sure you stay
right
around.
down to the river
I
behind.
will be back.
Hans escaped
Speak
the
to everyone
rat
soon.
and became a vagabond. Of course, he never found his brother Angle, and never rescued Hilda. The old
Oh,
miller
there we
finally
go.
hung
Oh my
himself,
God.
but nobody
Falling
found
asleep,
him.
I think.
And Hilda died whilst giving birth to a beautiful litter of 13 baby rats, who grew fat in the miller's grain and lived happily ever after.
Okay. Worrying. So what's coming next? Oh dear. Right. Why am I on the floor? I don't like that clown face. Glowworm. I used to have these as a kid. God, it's like they're picking up all the toys I had as a child. Well, you know what it is? It's because this game is set in the 80s. That's it. So a lot of these things, like that teapot in the corner, I had one of those. I definitely had these glowworms, light bug. I don't like the way the child speaks. That's not worrying. That's not worrying at all. The Flutterhogs. I've got Wobbly Dog on the floor and taking his wheels. There's some sort of this. It's definitely not cool. There's some definitely toy on toy violence going on. So, uh-oh, it's the rat, isn't it? I'm afraid to look up. I don't want to look up. The door's open. I'm not going near the closet. You see, I'm using Lightbug as a torch. What's going on? Am I fatiguing already? What? What the F? I've crammed myself as far into the corner as possible. I'm gonna look at the floor. Gonna go along the wall. looking up. Why are the lights flashing? There are so many tiny people on the floor. What was that? Oh, it's a column. Okay. Why are you looking at me? Why are you scowling at me? They're all turning. They're watching. This is nightmare fuel. Yeah, this is definitely unsettling. What's going on? Where's my bed? This is just weird. It's just a room full of tiny people on the floor who keep turning to look at me. I'm just gonna run them all down. Right. What the F? Oh, it's Wobbly Dog. He's got his wheels back. What? I don't know if you can hear the unsettling music or just my fan going. The F is going on? What? It's a face in where?
Look up. 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 Right, there, look. In the doorway, look, that's the face. Look, watch the mouth opens. There, that's the mouth opening.
No, it isn't. That's it. That's a lampshade swinging.
What? It looks like a face from here.
It's a lampshade swinging, see?
Oh my god, it looks like a face. Can you see how it looks like a face though?
Not really.
No? Can you back up, I'll show you.
No, it's fine. I'd rather press on and get this over with. Now that's a shitting face. That's that Goram rat again.
Oh.
No. stressful is right.
That's not slightly fucked up. It's on your bed.
Yep.
You see that film in Aliens where Newt's hiding?
You wake there, kiddo.
Say hello. It's here.
Sweet him.
Take it downstairs.
Okay. Thank you, kiddo. Happy birthday.
I'm guessing they actually have a rat and it must have got out and the kid is...
Terrified of it.
Yeah. And that's what the kid sees.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So that's exactly it. That would be the advert I saw under the table when I was putting the toys away. Was about a Dumbo-eared fancy rat with ruby red eyes. Yeah. Well, that's it. It's about a kid's fear of an animal. Obviously. It's weird because I used to have a ruby-eyed, white, Dumbo-eared fancy rat. His name was Sherlock, and he used to sway his head like that because he had really poor eyesight. So he was trying to get depth perception by swaying his head.
I had a rat that used to do that.
Yeah, it's yeah, due to poor eyesight. But yeah. That one jump scare. That one jump scare.
Okay.
It was like a punch in the chest. Jeez. Right, well that was short, but terrifying. Game switch time. We've got 2 hours to go. 2 hours left. Only 2. And we passed the target. We passed the target. I am so proud of everybody.
What's it on the moment?
The target, I mean the total we have is still at 155, but that's still past my target.
I was wondering if any more had gone on. I'm saying 1.5 is good.
Yeah, it is. I'm pleased. 103%. Because I was unsure that we'd make 150 at all. So that's definitely a good thing. Right. So that's that game over. Let's pick another. Right, let's think. What'd be good for the next half an hour to an hour? Let's see, what do we have? Agony of choice is what we have right now. You know what's always interesting? If not a bit pointless? The Stanley Parable. I think we'll go through that. So let me just update my... There is. Updated. Here we go. Let's do a run through of that. Right. The Stanley Parable. I like pissing off the narrator. You'll see what I mean. You can't see the loading bar, it's behind me at the moment. So you're just going to have to take my word for it that it's currently loading. You're not just stuck with a blank screen. Oh, we're like 2/3 of the way loaded. 4/5. There we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I have got to sort the camera out. I don't need reverse mouse anymore because Portal retrained me. There we go. I'm just poking at stuff. Do 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 do. Wonder if I can read what's on the desk. Is it? No, it's all. Wait. Something. The overnight committee. Up front. Recommendations from the overnight committee. Jan 18th, 1991. And there's general questions about the bucket filling. What? A short history of... What was that? A short history of the... relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary. Random Random paper. Anyway, yes, fine. He's not going to say anything more. Anyway, yes, moving on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I'm going to poke stuff.
Set a timer for 23 minutes.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ha! Read that mug. Can you read that?
No, I really can't. My vision.
It says, "Who farted?"
My vision at the moment is just not real.
Tired. Tiredness.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
Oh,
didn't
right.
make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
See, the narrator gets pissed at you when you don't do what he tells you to do. It's funny. I like work. I just hate my boss. Fine. Motel art. Someone's making a mess. I like reading the mugs. Be my Valentine, that's boring. Turn your computers off, mate. Jeez. Waste electricity much. What's that? How the mighty have fallen. Interesting. Yes. What's that? Knowing your city. And then a map. I hate Mondays. Sales in this quarter. What's that? Someone drew something weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should I enter the door on the left or should I go right? Left or right? Left or right? Left or right? Anyone out there want to say left or right? I need a drink.
We'll get the target.
Left. Yes, I know.
I know. Like, what? Yeah. You know. Like, you know.
Okay, so I'm going to do what the narrator says.
Oh, the parable thing.
Yes.
It's Stanley Parable.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting fired.
Feeling a
Talk
wave of
less.
disbelief,
Do
Stanley decided to
unbelievably
go up to
amazing
his
work
boss's office,
all the time,
hoping
every
he
day.
might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Repeat ad nauseum. Mike James, you are fired. Graphs about things and money. Throw something in the ideas bin. That's so tacky. Yeah. Whiteboard manager. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Yeah. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market paradigms. Monetize free to play. A boat. Yeah. About the measure of it. Hello. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, never.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But there's a really shiny wrench and I want to get a really good look at it.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
No, I'm poking the tools and the duct tape.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
No, I like to poke the stuff on the shelf, narrator. It's what I like to do.
But you realise there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Clicking the pointless things on the shelf.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I know, right?
What a bastard.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Yep.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. Alright, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I do like that they bothered to make that sort of narrative for this. That they went that far. But I think that's as far as it goes, if I remember. What is that thing in the yellow box? Another kind of wrench. Alright, fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
take your time for a loo break and then just see if anything happens. If it stays in there, it doesn't matter.
No, I've done it before.
What happens if you walk back in there? Oh, that's lame. Where's the social commentary?
Well, they can only record so much.
No! Record everything! All the things. Ah, fuck.
I mean, I could go in and out of this broom closet all day, you know.
Well, no, that's just not fun. That is a little bit lame.
Yeah. Alright. Bye. I can't even go back into the other room to piss him off more. Right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, viewers, upstairs or down? Up or down, up or down. Follow the rules or go our own way. Can you throw me side up, please? I want a different flavour of lip balm. It's gotten to that.
This room smells funny.
So does your face.
It smells like cooking computers.
Dying computers, yeah. And it had like 1 million people in it. And
Hey, we all smell
3
like
dogs.
music. Shut up. Computers don't smell like music.
No.
They smell like
Old solder. Alright, I think I will follow instructions this time and go upstairs.
No! Go downstairs.
Fine.
No, go upstairs. Okay, downstairs it is.
I can start going down the stairs and then I can go up the stairs. I mean, it makes no difference to me. I don't think it really changes the commentary unless I go through a door.
Oh, go through the door then.
You want me to go down or up?
Down.
Fine.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Why is
All
that
because
cardboard
he
break
believed
wanted?
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star-studded, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? And this voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I'm real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Because, of course you would. And we begin again.
Hi Stanley, just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Okay, pressing forward. I don't remember that. Username access. Ah, yes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Can't go backwards. Whoops, there's a wall there.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Number 1, Dad. Lou, I heard that.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Journal of Extended Exposure to Lounge, Day 41.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
What is it
Reflected
about
poorly
the
on his
place?
overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
The weeks I spent here, they feel like mere seconds.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided
I
that
heard
the
that
game
one
was
as
trying
well,
to send him
Lou.
a message.
Lou is really letting them rip right now. You hearing them?
Is he now complaining about letting him rip?
I don't know. He's got little squeaky farts and they keep going off. Now he's grumbling. Yeah. Journal of Extended Exposure to Lounge, Day. Is it 41 or 91? Probably 91. To me, something of my soul stirs in awe at for something I've never. Basically, somebody. Also, I'm hungry. It ends in. Haha. Yeah.
Oh, I just muted. Oops. I'll also be right back because I'm hungry at my food.
Right. Yeah. Let's move on.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Do not jump from cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000. How do you expect somebody to pay that $5,000 if they're dead? I guess that's the irony of the game.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure, Stanley, you really are. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Danger, danger everywhere.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Do not stand on this side of fence. Well, I am on this side of fence, so...
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fine, I'll do what you say this time.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Nope.
Oh? Yeah.
Fine, I'll go the other way. How about that? No? No change? I literally have to go through that door. No, you're on.
Oh no, you're on then.
I have to go through the door. Okay. Yep, loading screen. Of course. Hello, Kokatsuna Fox. Welcome back.
What are we looking for?
Ow, I hit my bad knee. That was a stupid idea. Right. Fine. What if I go back towards this? What is there? Just a wall with those weird lights sticking on it. Alright, fine.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment, this place, standing, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait, where are you going? Oh no, stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
What happens if I go back downstairs?
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back then. Just stay here.
It is a lovely room, narrator. But, you know, eventually I'm going to need to eat something, or, you know, go to the toilet, or, I don't know, be a human being. Okay, so it's fading out. So what are you doing now? Oh, it's changing colour. I see. Does it do anything else but that? What happens if I do just stay here? I'm not not sure I've got the patience for that. But look at those dancing lights. They sure are pretty. Ooh, trippy. Feels like one of those sequences, you know. Oh, that's our dogs having a fight. But yeah, it reminds you of those, you know, when they do that sort of dream transition in TV shows, and they sort of do that thing. But yeah, obviously nothing more happens. Let's go back through the door.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
And what about if I go back one more time?
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
I just like hearing all the narrative that they bothered to record. It's fun. Trying to figure out how many lines of things they've said. Nah, but now let's go throw ourselves off the stairs.
Away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Nope. Back down the stairs.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
What if I go back one more time? To the stairwell.
No, perhaps not.
And back into the room. No more text. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna stop being boring. I am literally gonna take myself off the stairs now because there's no other course.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get a... Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Oh, I'm pissing you off on purpose.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible. Is it over? It's going to be restarted.
gosh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
One of these days I
Wow.
will get a closer look
Yes,
at
this room.
this
What a
note.
beautiful room. What
It
a
does say
gorgeous, gorgeous room.
quite a fair bit about
Thank
this
goodness
room.
Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Whee! This is a glorious room compared to all the others. But a soda for 125.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I'm going back through here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
So I'm going to follow the lift across this time.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, am I? I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? And that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. So let me double check.
Thanks, cheese!
No,
I don't think I'll be along later, because I'm going to need to crash out. But, yeah. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for donating, thank you for coming yesterday, and everything. I'll see you again soon.
Is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you wait a second. Did I just see? No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
Oh, sweetie.
Or did you not grasp the
That's
severity of the
amazing. I'll see you
situation? Well, I
soon.
won't have that kind of risk
Thank you
on
so
my
much.
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment
See you later.
so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
We're now 110%.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Cheese added
But
another
if
10.
used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
See you.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a
Pete
choice.
gives thumbs up.
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
Ha! No, I will not practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Huge turtle!
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
4:30 in the AM.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Sorry, my brain just went. Yeah. You're listening to the game. Oh, right. Yes. More charts. Oh, I'm still in the same room. But it's been printed on. Danger. Danger everywhere. Yeah, I wasn't listening to the game. I was just playing around with my turtle.
Sorry.
Yeah. He only joined the family yesterday. Birthday present. So, yeah. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
There's a bit of pizza and chicken there, but it's not very nice.
I don't really care. I'm so hungry at the moment. It would taste like ambrosia.
What?
Old pizza.
Oh, pizza's gorgeous.
Mm.
Oh, wait, old or cold?
Old and cold.
Both.
Oh, cold pizza.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Old pizza is amazing.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
No, but they want to jump where the boxes are.
Well equipped to deal with reality.
How many endings have you done?
So far, I've been round a couple times. I had the spinny room one.
I don't know the ending, sorry.
Huh?
I don't know the ending.
So I'm just trying to count them off in my head. So there was a spinny room one. Jumping off. No, that was a spinny room one. Repetitive room one. 2. I think maybe 3 goes round so far. I'm heading towards my 4th. Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. I'm not lying, I'm standing. In fact, I'm walking. The employee lounge.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, yeah?
These are the boots.
Oh,
remember?
the boots.
I like how the game gets deliberately balked. Fine.
Should I let the boys in the garden?
If you want to. We don't need to go in the garden. You can if you want.
Yeah, I might as well so they can
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to. So clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Just behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Just behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Okay, that will just happen over and over
exactly
again.
as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine.
They got an achievement for this to not move for 8 hours or something.
I don't know. I haven't ever tried it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
I
answer
think
there.
it's actually something like, don't leave the first room. You're in for 8 hours, but every 15 minutes you have to make a movement.
Huh.
Or after like an hour it kicks you out. But the game, like, you know, the narrator...
I'm upset I can't get back in the broom closet. Lovely.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ah, I see. You blocked my access to the downstairs this time. want to see what that says on the desk. Ah, it's not letting me. That's annoying. Fine.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
That's an unsettling
Shocked,
image.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions, and beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
Well, that's an unsettling looking doorway.
He would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Alright, let's get on with this. Back off eating.
Not suspicious at all. Not at all.
Stanley spoke the code. Light Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nope. I'm going to pee you off some more, narrator, while looking around.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
I'm the most expensive boss.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm unsettled by the fact that that in the middle says
Okay,
business
fine.
strategy.
You're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to
Sewage
suddenly
Lilies by
decide you've
Claude
better things
Money.
to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know.
Input the code into the door.
Right. You could have done whatever.
I don't want to. I want to annoy the narrator.
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
No!
Room. 1 hour.
Yes!
1 hour left.
I'll just keep you here.
No, out.
It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct.
1 hour, guys. 1 hour.
I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Boys.
This is more important than you ever know. I need this. The story.
What's he done?
He's done what?
Is it the first size the fuck?
Bastard.
It's okay, you need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I will wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
So yes, there we go. That's one of the true endings. Right. Let's rush through and see if I can get to one of the others.
Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That sign wasn't there the last time I was up here. And this room is very different. Yes, dear. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Staring into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was going to do instead.
This is an interesting corner. I'm going to stand here for a while.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
No.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well,
I should have just not touched it anymore. What happens if I just keep poking numbers in? No, no more dialogue. Ah, that's dull. What's that? Briefcase. Boring. Fine. That's it. Okay, right. So I have to go down with that red elevator button. Loaderizing.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I'm gonna have another Oreo.
This now, when for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
No, nothing. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
If light is on, call extension 914 immediately. Huh.
Find my phone. Hold it. Hold it.
Oh, boring. Mind control facility. Left or right?
Right.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Where's Xavier's wheelchair?
It's not Cerebro.
It's not Cerebro.
So does your butt.
Yay! Well, there might be a phone here. Can I take a photo of me?
No, it's just pointless numbers.
You don't know that.
No, I can see it. It's like 114, 115, 116, 32, 111, 102.
Oh, it is.
Employee observation protocol. If something inherits to despite adherence to protocol 2A and protocol 2B, an employee leaves the office during work hours and a system loop has failed, you must terminate. Please note that employee 432 is a test case. While the need for protocol 2A may seem unlikely, procedure 2A to 2C need not apply. In the event of 432 attempting to leave the office, contact supervisor and then contact 432 prize pool. 3A. If a monitoring screen fails to initialize, contact maintenance and temporarily switch control over to desk screen. 4A. In the case of a class 4 event, close system gates and consult with supervisor. 4B. In the case of a class 3 event, close system gates and consult with supervisor. Prime your consoles for info dump. Okay, they actually bothered to write all that out. Urgent. Employees should never under any circumstances attempt torn off. Huh. Oh, I wanted to squeeze through that gap. Never mind.
Now the monitors jumped off, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Attempt to stick your arms through the
lives
holes.
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Just like that room in the Matrix. Random box.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? To believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's that?
Defense lab. I'm just gonna put this in the system.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
No. Not just yet, anyway. I want to push all the buttons. I want to know if anything happens if you push all the buttons. Because to be honest, I never bothered before. Those ones are off anyway. What are the numbered buttons? I can't remember what they are. Hello. Console disabled. Okay. That's number 5. Four is up there. Ah, here's 3. And then 4 is at the top. Where was number 5? I can't remember. Over there. No. Yes, no. What was that big red button? Right, just a light. Can't push it. That's a shame. The on-off switches are a trick, aren't they, if I remember.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes, I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machines activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it, mate. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, good news. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock right now. These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it on? I mean, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. There's number of buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
In the last hour. Yes.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing
Like
instead of watching
the icons you've put there. Thank you. Beautiful.
To see you live. This is not a charity. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left. 30 seconds until a big boom and then no ending. Just you being blown up in pieces. Would you cling desperately to your friend? Or would you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it go. It's all the same. All a part of the job. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment you fade in until the moment I say, happy ever luck.
Brand new, I'm not a tenner off it. I said, no, Ian, I'm going to Romford. You just come here, pick it up, it's yours. And he came round, gave me the money for it. No, I know, it would be a lot cheaper because...
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Definitely a different message to the last time.
Oh, you started again.
Yeah, it goes around and around.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yes, yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
I accepted the shipment of the boxes. Yes.
On the tip of his tongue.
I did indeed.
Found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star wheel, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
There's a funny consequence. I haven't explored all of the options.
Why is there a voice in my head?
Every single time I've played this, there have been bits I've missed.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that of course, this was a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for anything? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. The voice speaking words shocked Stanley. After all, he is certain beyond a doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not seem flow to make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too, surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
Ooh,
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must. Can anyone hear my voice? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
I did this bit already. This bit's quite long-winded if you get stuck in it.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming at himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strain he had. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be born. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned to the man.
I have no idea. It would probably be the 29th, maybe. Potentially Holly could be.
Right.
I'm not sure when Holly's over. Claire said she.
All of its co-workers
Oh yeah,
were gone.
there's all the boxes.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Gets to her mum's.
It's all the boxes.
So unfortunately, yeah. If
All the boxes that I accepted.
if Holly comes before, then I can probably come up on like
The place is
27th or
stacked.
28th. But if Holly doesn't come before Christmas, then Claire said she'll only be able to bring her on either the 27th or the 28th. She's not
Yep,
sure
they are everywhere.
once again of which day.
Oh, hello. Ceiling missing. Boxes.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
They really did think about things, didn't they? Sure.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yes. Oh, I can't go back that way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I just really enjoyed this spanner. I mean, look how shiny it is. Isn't it amazing? Sat there right next to a slip wrench at the back there. What looks like a staple gun. Monkey wrench underneath. Alright, fine. No, I love my broom closet. Bye, broom closet. See you next time.
24 hours.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The downstairs is incredibly repetitive, like boring repetitive. So, can I close this door? No. Indoors Monthly, Time magazine. Literally, Time magazine. Doors Monthly. Shapes! Mike James talks about his new box. Right. Up or down? Let's go up. I go up. Let me go up. I don't ever remember taking this elevator. Interesting place to go against everything the narrator tells you to do. You've not done that playthrough. I will have to do that sometime. Half-Life 2 universe. Perhaps. Yes. Wow, does this elevator ever stop? But yeah, it certainly has a feel of, I don't know, like the narrator has something in common with, GLaDOS. You just wobbled in place, didn't you? You didn't go anywhere. No. Recommendations from the Overnight Committee. A short history of the something between Poland and Austria-Hungary. Oh, I saw that earlier. And around a manila envelope. You just don't go anywhere, do you? No, I want to press the down button multiple times. Yeah, you just wobbled in place, didn't you, you butthole? Can I turn this lamp on? I want to turn this lamp on. Bit like an English G-man. Right, fine. I want to see if I can do anything else that's annoying in here first. Aha! Hello. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. I tried to open this door earlier, it wouldn't let me. How typical. Busted mirror. Or fogged up anyway. I'm disappointed I can't flush the toilet. Extreme bathrooms! Of course. Fine.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
No.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Sewage lilies. Carte
Stanley just
blanche.
sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I tried mindlessly just tapping numbers in. He opens it anyway.
2845.
So I'm just gonna not. Three bottles of
But it
Chianti.
turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Well, that's just annoying. No, I don't want to go in there. Come on. You're gonna make me do it, aren't you?
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no.
Well, that's the same narrative you
This
give
is
when
what he was going
the
to
door
do
isn't even
instead.
open yet. That's just lazy now, man. Fine. Okay. My favourite game ever. That's a real tough one. Like, that's incredibly difficult to answer. And you know what? I don't think I can. Because it depends entirely on my mood. I could probably pick out favourites of genres if
Stanley
you
walked straight ahead
named
through the large
genres
door
at me.
that read Mind Control
But-
Facility.
You know,
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Door?
Mum and Dad.
Well, as long as it's not too... I am still on...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sorry. With...
But of course, Stanley thought that Robert realized he simply had
20
too
minutes.
much to
20
live
minutes
for.
to go.
Kitchen, boys, kitchen. Come on.
Nope, still on board with death.
Yeah, should be fine. For a little bit, yeah. Right. Yes, you could hear the doggos. Still on board with death? No, I'm gonna go the other way and see what happens. Again. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No new dialogue, okay. Let's go down into the fiery pit then. Whoops, there's a fence there. I really wish Stanley had a sprint button. Doodles, have fun. There we go. Down into the pit. Clang.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped forever in his narrow vision for endless years. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plugging the eyeballs from the and so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
More boxes, right.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, I can't reverse anymore. How big is this room? Okay, so it's at least rectangular. Ouch indeed. Ah yes, I remember this one.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Yes. Stanley's computer. Museum. down to the coffee spill on the floor. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Filing cabinets. You know, I failed to see the solitaire one. Wasting electricity, go on. Button sounds. Interesting. And the credits. Maintenance room. The office. Boss's office. Not seen that one before, that I remember. Oh, development, that would be why. I still wish this had a sprint function. Freedom ending. Ah. In the beta. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Fair enough. Too difficult. Game design mock-up. Huh. Big windows. Okay, so his office had been changed a few times. Interesting. Oh, I remember the apartment ending. That was just mean. Zending. Early version of the ending known as Zending, which is eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Zending levers. Originally part of the Zending. Huh. Oh, okay. They actually do play trailers. Ah, I could stand here and watch that, but I'm not going to. We had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Yeah. That would be frustrating. Okay. Interesting. Through there, through there. More endings, fewer endings, more and everything. Okay. More Stanley, less Stanley. Green light. Words. There is a lot, generally a lot of text.
They're throwing a surprise party for him, for all his button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you?
Somewhere I haven't been into. Oh yes, there. Exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Story. Let's breathe for 20 goddamn minutes.
No, nothing new. Right.
Yay.
Fine, I'll go back.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Choose it. Don't let time choose.
All of this co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It is different.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and back on track.
Nope, absolutely not.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No, this isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just like to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
We've done it.
A minute ago we did it.
Stanley, did you change anything
It's
when we were back in
24
that
hours,
room?
guys.
It's the 24 hours,
Move the
but I'm going to
story
finish this
somewhere, right?
playthrough.
Yeah, I'm going to try and finish this level.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
That's 24 hours.
Okay then.
That's 24 hours.
24 hours.
I'm going to finish this run,
Stanley, let's
and then I'll wrap
end
up.
the story.
Hey! Right, I'm heading out.
Right, yo.
I'll see you when I get back.
Yep.
So, Jay,
Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Right. I think all these doors ultimately lead to the same place.
oh, this is going to take
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? No.
See you later.
Toodaloo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this...
Yay!
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work.
You earned it!
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Oh, hello. Yep, still going to continue, because this is
All
the
right,
line now.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No, bye.
No, I'm done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, that means I have to go back to the line. So, fine. Oh, there's the solitaire monitor. Yes.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Look, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? So, okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. I'm not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Hey, question marks. Why? No.
That's fair.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable. Stanley, this firm will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything. Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own. No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Line's gone a bit nuts.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with that counter-inverted reverse door's origin. And so starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. say. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Yep.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love. Yes, really, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. Just back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
You know what? There are so many different ways you can play this through. And it goes around and around and around and around. So, I think it is a good place to stop where we are. So, that is it, everybody. Well, Pete's gone to sleep. Well deserved as well. We've done it. 24 hours. Almost non-stop gaming. Little walking breaks, bathroom breaks in between. But we did it. 24 hours. And in that 24 hours, we managed to hit and break my target of £150. And that's amazing. And that's all going to Macmillan Cancer Support. Plus the gift aid on top. So really the true total is let's see, let me do this. I need a calculator for this because it doesn't list it all as a total. So, oops, I'm moving the Stanley Parable around still. So, right. Hang on. Oh, there's more there. So that was very bad maths by me. So as I do my maths, whoops. All in all, including gift aid, it's £180 raised for Macmillan Cancer Support. Thank you so much to everybody who's tuned in over this 165. Wait. Yes, 165, but it was 180 including the gift aid on top. So, thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to everyone who shared the link. And just thank you, everybody. You're all just amazing. I love you, every one of you. You've done a great thing over this weekend. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart. As someone who received support from Macmillan, myself, going through cancer at the age of 21. I know, right? They helped me so much, so giving this back to them means so much to me. And survived the 24 hours. Can you believe it? So, I am about to go and completely crash out for the rest of the day because I am exhausted. This is overtired energy you're seeing right now. But yes, time to crash. Pass out is right. That is exactly what I'll be doing. So once again, thank you very much. Very soon I will be back to my usual streaming schedule. I am hoping to get an actual room set up as a studio so I can have space away from the dogs being distracting and noisy and so on and so forth. They will only be in when I want them to be there. So yes, controlled dog access. But yeah, once I get that all set up, I'll be back to my daily streams, weekdays. So fingers crossed that will be soon, very soon. At the very latest, New Year. So I've got my sights set on that. I want to get back into the swing of it, back into the regular streaming because I miss it. Just so many other difficulties I've had to face at home right now that have gotten in the way. But yes, time to wrap up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. And where has my thing gone? My cursor. Love to you all. I'm gonna go pass out. Thank you so much, everybody.